97.9 The Box is the Madd Hatta
Morning Show.
WWE presents Royal Rumble, and Madd Hatta is in the building.
Yeah.
One half of the Hardy Boys.
Watch out. Oh, sorry.
Thank you for that nice ovation.
He dressed up for us today. He would much rather be in some other clothes, I'm sure, but you dressed up for us, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
So, was there a reason to look good for this occasion?
Just doing a little TV, and as I get a little older, I'm just trying to be a very good WWE company ambassador.
I like that.
Like before, right? Man. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Maybe we should try that. We can learn
good.
something here. Hey, before we talk about the Royal Rumble, I'd like to go back. What was it that got you interested in wrestling? Because I know you played sports when you were younger. What is it that makes you wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to do wrestling?
I mean,
And you're a North Carolina boy, I understand, too, so NC in the building.
oh yeah,
Favorite.
right on, very good.
Yeah.
But man, no, I started watching wrestling, and I saw these guys. Macho Man Randy Savage was one of the first guys that really, grabbed a hold of me. And I was like, these guys are living, breathing superheroes that are real, that you can touch, that you can see in real life time. Not a Superman or Batman, a fictional character. They're real life, living, breathing superheroes. And that is what kind of motivated me to become a professional wrestler.
So you wanted to fly through the air and do these acrobatic things.
Yeah, man. I mean, I love the idea behind comic books and like these superhuman people doing superhuman things, and professional wrestling is about as close as you can get to that, I think, as far as doing something real and having a persona and an interesting character. And like the more I do like depth and character, like Broken Matt Hardy and Woken Matt Hardy, I enjoy that.
Yes, Broken Matt Hardy.
That is life to me,
Now, I understand that, but here's the thing. In the movies and television, they get people to do those stunts for them. You don't get that luxury.
That's where the athlete part comes in. So I enjoy that too, and I do. It's a little harder once you get a little older. This will be October will make 28 years I've been doing this.
Wow.
So it's been a long
That's
time.
a hell of a career.
Yeah, but it gets a little tougher. But I enjoy that part. That's part of the fun of it.
You were one of the first guys in the tables, ladders, and chairs when they brought that out. The whole thing. What actually hurts worse, a table, a ladder, or chair when it's hit upon you?
There's just a lot of different combinations you can do. Probably the worst thing you could do is get slammed through a ladder, onto a ladder, or through a ladder. That's probably the worst out of all those things.
Is that like the worst injury? Probably the sorest you were after a fight?
That's just a painful, dangerous thing to do. I would much rather go through a table than be slammed through a ladder.
Okay, so how do you prepare for that?
You don't. It just you really don't. Just even all those matches. We were the pioneers, the forefathers. Myself and my brother and Edge and Christian and the Dudleys. We were the guys who started all that TLC insanity. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things where you kind of think about what you're going to do in these matches, and you take calculated risk, and you try and make a calculation of like, okay, what do I have the best chance, best percentage of not having a career-ending injury on, and that's kind of how those things go. They're dangerous matches, but, like wrestlers are truly like real-time athletic stuntmen. You know what I mean? That's what we do.
I do.
And it that's part of the fun.
And that's why I was asking, what makes you wake up in the morning and say, oh, I want, like, you know what? Tonight I want to fly through the air. Like on one of your stunts, I seen you fly through the air over the ring and body slam some other guys. Like, one, how do you imagine this? Like, how do we make this happen? Two, why would you want to put your body through that type of abuse?
Obviously I have issues. I'll say that before.
Fair.
Anybody that gets in the professional wrestling industry, anyone that is a WWE superstar has some sort of issues,
Yeah.
But no, just the adrenaline and the exhilaration of just hearing that crowd and the oohs and ahs. It really is. It's addicting. It's intoxicating.
Now, once you make your brother your arch nemesis, how do you come back together as a family after this?
That's the fun thing about storytelling. It's like characters go down a bad road for a while, and then there's a redemption story, and then everyone loves them again, and that's it.
And are you in control of coming up with this storyline, if you will, or is there a group of people that sit together? This is what we think would be cool.
With WWE, it's a really big it's a big process where it's kind of like a team effort, where a bunch of people starting all the way from the boss Vince McMahon, down there's different writers and producers that work, and everybody kind of like comes together and works a team effort, But like I do, especially being older. I have a lot of input, and I submit tons of ideas and things I think would be good for me personally and my character, and things that I would accelerate in personally.
So you have a certain amount of control in what you do and what you will not do.
Yeah, I do.
To some degree.
But
I
also I have a lot of input into what I want to do. You know.
I just find it amazing. This guy over here, Joker. This guy. Here's what's interesting to me. From children to grown ass men, live and breathe by what you all do. What is it that you think in your mind that you do that can attract children to grown ass men? And when I'm like grandfathers, fathers, like the whole family is a part of the story that you tell, and they're into it. They forget that you even have a wife and children, and you become this character that they live and die by.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's just, I think for a lot of people, it's like cathartic, to actually watch these people that are real life human beings who seem like superheroes on this TV screen. And they, take this unbelievable amount of punishment and they keep coming back and they're resilient. And there is a part of us in real life as athletes where we have to be super resilient and we have to keep coming back, because we work so much as far as being professional wrestlers. It's not just like the television show that you see once a week that we're on. There's live events that we're doing across the world, across the globe all the time. And it's not an easy living. It's a very tough job being a WWE superstar, but it was my dream, and I achieved it, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
So how did you achieve balance? This is 28 years, and like I said before, you have a family. So how do you balance? There's road part of this television part of this, and you got to have a family and a life too.
Yeah, no, that wasn't easy. I've definitely made missteps along the way as far as that goes. But I think just after time and becoming more comfortable and understanding the world and just maturing and becoming wiser as I get older, I have a very good, healthy separation between both. Like when I am woken or broken Matt Hardy, I am full-fledged. If the red light's on, I am in it 100%. But then whenever I leave and I come back through that curtain and I go home and I'm regular Matt Hardy family man, I'm a dad of my two boys, I'm that. I have a very, very healthy separation.
And finally, I know we got to talk about the Royal Rumble. Everyone wants to talk about the Royal Rumble. It doesn't happen until Sunday, January 26th. What can they expect? What should they expect?
The Royal Rumble, I loved it as a kid. I think the Royal Rumble was one of the most exciting matches. I mean, you have 30 WWE superstars, and now there's a men's Royal Rumble and also a women's Royal Rumble.
Right.
And it's just like you never know what talent is going to face off, and you never know what stories you're going to get told. There's stories that will have their blow-offs and finales in the Royal Rumble. There'll be new feuds and new issues starting. It's just it's such an interesting way to tell a story within a match, and it's so much fun.
So you could be one of the 30 guys in the 30-man Battle Royale?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be one of the 30 guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can they last minute change this stuff on you guys as well? Like you don't even know, but you see something. You know how you can see something happen like, guys, you got to switch this up because this is what we see. This would be way better than what we already had planned.
Oh, man, stuff changes all the time.
Okay, I was just curious.
I mean, people would be blown away at how much stuff changes, especially like the 11th hour.
And you guys can adapt that quick.
Yeah, we have to.
You have no choice. It's the job that you got to do.
Vince McMahon, he really expects a lot out of his employees. That's why I'm dressed up today. I did it for you, boss.
Real quick about Vince McMahon. We have an XFL team here. Are you going to be taking part in any of the festivities for the XFL? Is it going to be like he's keeping you guys away from that?
I was actually talking about it with my man Joe this morning. There's a very big separation between WWE and XFL this time.
Okay.
And I think that came from his first time around doing it because they were intermingled a little more then. I think there's going to be a big separation. But, I hope that project works out for him and more power to him. I mean, he's a maniac. Like, he is a workaholic, man. He never stops going and just... he's a billionaire from sports entertainment, but he still wants to do this XFL. It's something he's driven and he's very passionate about, so more power to him.
All right, Matt, so what can we expect here on January 26th? These tickets going on sale. What can we say about this that has not been said?
I just think the Royal Rumble is the most unique and unpredictable event of the year. Like, if you get a chance to come to a Royal Rumble, it's always fun. We're going to be at the Minute Maid Park, man. I was there yesterday for the Astros game. What a beautiful facility. It's an
nice.
awesome venue.
Yeah.
Had a great time there. All the Houston Astros people were so kind to us. but excited to be there. I love being here in Houston. Love being in Texas. I mean, this feels like home to me. It's the South in so many ways. Everybody's cool, laid back. But like, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be a lot of fun. And WWE is just the ultimate entertainment show. It has a little bit of something rolled in for everyone. So the Royal Rumble is going to be there, Minute Maid Park. Do not miss it.
And finally, for the guys and ladies as well that are seeing you and they're hearing you right now that would love to be a part of this industry. I know you get young people coming up to you all the time that want to participate. What's the thing that you tell them that they need to know before even considering this as an occupation?
If someone wants to be a professional wrestler or sports entertainer, you have to make it a lifestyle. That is my best piece of advice I can give you. It's not something you can just do like as a weekend warrior.
That's right.
I mean, you have to eat a certain way. You have to train a certain way. You need to keep up with all the brands of WWE, and I think keep up with everyone, every promotion in the wrestling industry. You have to like know the product, and you have to always learn and change and evolve and adapt because this business is constantly changing, much like society now. It's constantly changing. There's always an evolution. You have to adapt to what's new and what's next. And if you really want to be a WWE superstar, you have to make it a lifestyle.
What would you say is the toughest part about being a wrestler?
I mean, for me,
Mm-hmm.
currently, right now, the hardest part is like being away from my kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough because I love them. They're in those. I have one child that is 4. One just turned 2. I have my third boy's on the way mid-December, and thank you. And just being away from them is tough. But I couldn't have imagined 20, 30 years ago when guys didn't have FaceTime and Skype or phones or whatever. I can still stay in contact with them, but that's tough because I love them and it's just so great to watch them change and evolve. And like being a father and dad is definitely one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my life.
Do they understand what dad does? Do they watch him think that dad is Superman? Is this superhero?
Yeah, until they start beating me up and splashing me.
Would you allow them to go into the same field? I know oftentimes people are like, I don't want my kid to do what I'm doing. That's why I do what I do so they don't have to.
I would be okay with it if they want to do it, for sure. And I also feel that I could teach them to do things the right way and go about it. Because I didn't have anyone in the business. My brother and I, when we got started, we didn't know anyone.
What were some wrong things you did, though?
Industry. Just trials and tribulations, learning along the way. Like as far as like I would have changed the way I wrestled and worked earlier on to get more longevity out of my body. Been smarter, work hard but also work smart. And I could teach my kids how to do that and teach them how to live the right way and deal with the trials and tribulations that come along with the road, whatever it may be, because I've lived it.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Madd Hardy, ladies and gentlemen, again, we appreciate it. Royal Rumble, it is going down Sunday, January 26th. Get your tickets now, actually.
Well, yeah.
Get your tickets now.
And then, Matt, if people want to follow you or your Instagram or Twitter?
Media.
Yeah, social media. On Twitter, I'm at Madd Hardy Brand. Instagram, at Madd Hardy Brand. I'm pretty much at Madd Hardy Brand across the board. YouTube, Madd Hardy Brand. I just put out a cool video this morning from the Houston Astros game last night in Minute Maid Park. It's fun.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy.